Hey guys, TakuyaSugi here. Gonna do a little premium video today on Korean Lost Saga, a new character. This is called Top Plate, I believe. It's based off the series, anime, cartoon, I don't know. It's based off the show Beyblades, which is basically about like spinning tops that do crazy stuff. So let's get into it here. So 3-hit basic. So 1, 2, 3. Third hit does a little stun, and they'll fall to the ground. This does not lift off the stun, so it'll just knock down, so you'll have to do something else. If you do it up into the air while someone's airborne, it'll do a little bounce down. So you can imagine a couple of combo opportunities maybe with that. So it's a pretty cool and it's an okay set of basics, but it's really nothing to write home to mama about. But it really amplifies your passive when you use your basic attacks. So you activate your passive with your hold D. You start using your top. When you do your basic attacks, it throws out the top. If you throw it down on top of someone, it'll do half feints gradually. You'll eventually get a feint if it's right on top of them and they don't block. So it's pretty cool. So you can see it's 100 bars. It's just ticked down just then. So it's recharging really quick. It recharges no matter what, and you can use it again at 50 charge. And it does last a pretty good while, so it's really a really nice passive. It functions quite interestingly. So you can throw it out behind someone, but you can hold D to bring it back in. So if you throw it out and bring it back in, you can kind of feint with it if you're quick. So you can see that's how you'll set up an easy feint with this character. Also, it works in the air, so you can throw it out in the air, and that'll create an airborne buzzsaw like top, so it'll hit people in the air with it. So if you use your dash attack, for instance, you can see it bounces off with that dash attack, which means you can juggle with it once it's done that. And also, while I'm at it, you can juggle with your basics once your top is out, so you don't have to actually go into something else. So your passive does amplify your basics a little bit more in that regard. So pretty cool stuff. I haven't really adequately explained everything about the passive. You can juggle with it quite nicely, but we'll get into that with other parts of the stuff here. So I'm gonna kind of let it. Maybe I can swap to wear it out. There we go. So you can swap to deactivate your meter once you have it running, and it won't disappear on you. So dash attacks. Dash attacks. So there's your first part. There's your second part. Your second part is just a simple launcher. And this does launch off your little stun, so that's what you can do if your Beyblade isn't out. So that's a nice setup there. Not the best dasher, but it does travel a pretty decent ways. It's a little bit deceptive, and if you use your Beyblade with it again, that really sets up some nice juggles if you can get your dasher with your Beyblade. So you can see there, pretty cool stuff. Moving on, jump attacks. Your jump attacks is a 3-hitter. That Beyblade's out there. It's a 3-hitter. The third hit will do like a little flip-up kick if they're airborne. Otherwise, you're getting half feints on your on standing people. So there's the second one. And if you get 2 in a row, you'll get a full feint. So it's a little bit complicated in getting that full feint with your jump attacks, but it is possible. So it's something you can work into your repertoire. Repertoire. I don't know how to say that. But otherwise, your jump attacks can actually lead into a very interesting combo, especially off your dasher. Let me try and get it here. So if it bounces off, you can use your jump attacks, and this is going to be really cool here if I can get it. There we go. So you can see that's going to be a way to get some really awesome combos with that jump attack, because once you get them to bounce off your dash attack, you can actually bounce them up into the air a little bit more with your jump attack, and it'll position the top where it'll bounce them again. So let's try it one more time because that's so cool. There we go. And of course you can go into your basics, and you can possibly do it a few more times, but I'm not going to struggle to do it because I'm not really proficient at it yet. I probably won't ever be. It's kind of complicated. But it is a really cool set of jump attacks that can really create some nifty combos. So let's check out the defensive maneuvers here. Your defensive maneuvers, your armor works as a half feint counter, so that can get you out of a pinch. And you also have a counterattack, which is just simply a half feint kind of headbutt counter, which you can do some stuff off of. Not too much though. But those are your defensive setups there. Your armor as a half feint counter and your counterattack. So let's get into the other skills here. So weapon skill. You set your top down, and it summons like kind of looks like a dragon. I can't tell. What is that? It looks like a dragon. And it'll travel in the art, kind of like Maze Trinket, just a little bit more extended. And if you hit it up close, it's going to take them with it, take whatever targets with it. Let's go and I haven't really tested on grounded for that. Yeah, it's going to hit grounded as well for that part. And you can see the AoE on it's pretty significant here. Let me go and summon most of my stuff up here. So yeah, it's got good AoE, good range on that, nice stun to it. So pretty cool. So armor all. Your armor, again, you probably saw a second ago, it's a half feint counter. If you put it up close, it's just going to summon someone up and throw them around, stun them like the other one. Huh, interesting quest. I have no idea what the hell this is. I guess I gotta choose something, whatever. I don't even know what I did. But yeah, this will hit grounded as well, if you didn't see it. That part won't hit grounded, I apologize guys. This part will. Let me go ahead and try and do it again here. Get position if I can. Ah, man, I swear this hits grounded. Let me see. Maybe I'll do it like this here. Skills back to back. There we go. So it hits grounded. Not on my game tonight, guys. I haven't had any sleep. I've been at college all day. I digress. That's a pretty nice armor. It does hit grounded at a distance, and it does work as a half feint counter. And it's a nice little technical issues there, guys. So gonna do the Helm Skill here. You throw out your Beyblade, travels in a straight line, creates a flame strip, carries someone along that flame strip. So you get the initial explosion, and then you get the little flame strip, which carries them along. So it's a really great edging tool. So you can see he's going to go for a ride here. You get about 7 hits out of it, including the initial hit. If you get the full, if you're standing like right in front of someone. So it's a really nice move. Does hit a ton of people. So I'm going to do it on my crowd here. You can gaze and be amazed. So it's a really cool skill here. So you can see. Travel along. It looks like Mr. Hawkman got a little bit bugged there. Yeah, he's a little bit laggy. We can forgive him because he's Hawkman. The flame strip doesn't actually hit grounded, as you can see here, but it will linger around for a minute. So if they stand up, they're probably going to get hit by it still. So it does have an air trigger as well. So you can see it pops them up. And it gives you an opportunity to do your jump attacks. So I know the standing version is really good, but it does help extend your combos, especially if you have your Beyblade out. Let's try it and do it that way. I'll try and do it with the helmet here. So if you do it successfully, you'll get another Beyblade flip kick combo extender. So it's pretty cool. Trinket. Throw out your Beyblade. It goes pretty far off in the distance and returns to you, and once it reaches you, it explodes. This will travel through walls, it will travel up and down concurrent to your position, and it will hit anyone along its path and put the little kind of stunned, mini stun flaming status on them, and it does work pretty cool. And if they're standing by you when it returns to you and explodes, they get popped up. So that's a nice little juggle starter. So really great for crowds, this skill here. Does it hit grounded? Let's find out. Probably does. It does hit airborne. Let's try and time this correctly. Okay, that should work. Yeah, so it does hit grounded, so that's a nice little nifty fact there. So yeah, that's Beyblade, guys. Hope I didn't miss anything, but you know, it's the first look video. I don't always get everything. valuation of the character, you know, it's it's got some really impressive combos. You know, this whole basic schematic here, you know, the front and back thing, it's really impressive. It really helps you get around someone's defense, and it does set up some really awesome combos. The dash attack is pretty integral there, and you can get some really nice combos once you get used to the character. Really cool stuff here. So it's a nice character. I'd recommend it. I wouldn't say it's the most OP, but it definitely is going to be a pain to deal with. All the skills hit AoE pretty much. The Beyblade itself, you know, being able to throw that out into a crowd of people where they can't even walk by it, and they have to pretty much block if they gets it thrown on top of them or it hits them from behind. That's a pain to deal with. That's a really impressive mechanic there. I really like that they added something like that. So enough of me gushing about the character. You know, it's going to be fun once anyone gets a hold of it on your respective servers. This is a good character. No combo this time. You know, I'd probably screw it up. I might make a combo video later. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next video.